So what have we talked about? So
I mean, do we need to talk about JoJo? Do we really need to talk about JoJo? Do you want to talk about JoJo?
Favorite part?
To read 7.
Yeah.
I haven't actually read JoJo yet, but
It's about to end.
As of the time of recording this, they just announced that it's going to end next month.
Yeah, next month.
I'm probably going to speed run reading JoJo.
Yeah,
so that I can talk about it
when
when
I
it
still
finishes.
have to read, like, I think I'm like 1 volume behind right now, and it's pretty fucking good so far. I'm surprised they're ending it this soon, though, because like, I'm not going to go into
I've
it.
heard that
but-
it was not too long ago that we got introduced to the main villain. So I'm not gonna. I don't want to say anything because I don't know anything. That's just what I know. So because everyone was telling me that it had so much left. But whatever. I'm probably gonna read it. I might make a video about it. I don't know if I should on my main channel.
It's pretty good.
Maybe I will.
I wouldn't say it's as good as...
I think it would be on brand for you, right?
Yeah, it'd be on brand for you. In my opinion, it's not as good as like part 6 or 7, but it's up there. It's still pretty good. It's JoJo.
We'll see how this how your feelings will change with the new.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like the ending of JoJo might be fucking amazing, right?
Yeah,
true.
Who knows?
But yeah, JoJo. I mean,
it was the JoJo manga that made you a JoJo fan, right?
Yeah. So it was definitely. I was watching part 5, and I wanted more of part 5 because it hadn't fully aired.
Yeah,
we were only like 10 episodes in, and I was really enjoying it. So I went and picked up the manga, and I just fucking loved it. Like I just had such a great time. It's a shame that the English official releases are quite slow. I think they just finished part 4 translations.
Yeah, I mean, like,
oh really?
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
Like a lot of people forget that JoJo just like was this super fucking underground manga that only like a select few people really read before the anime became a thing. And so there was
the West.
In the West. And so like there was just no interest to translate it officially until the anime came out. Now it's weird seeing it become this like massive, one of the most biggest anime franchises.
I remember
I
made a video on, what was it? It was like, I had this series like back in it's like 5 years ago. I had this series where I would like go into manga and like kind of find like myths and like kind of secrets and stuff like that and kind of talk about it. And I remember I made a video on, it was part 3, Oingo Boingo. And there's that like, you know, the manga that he opened? The 9/11 thing. I made a video on that 5 years ago. No views. No views at all. I was like, oh my God. And that's when I realized, I was like, oh, no one in the West knows JoJo.
Yeah.
I
at that point.
I feel like JoJo was such a 50-50 on whether it would do well.
Yeah.
I think it just...
I'm really surprised that it did.
It just got... I think it just got lucky with the memes.
I think so, yeah.
I think
it was like so perfected for meme culture that it was like so ahead of its time.
Yeah.
And it's really weird.
Because it wasn't really memed until part 3.
Yeah.
The anime came out.
I guess
I
so.
feel like I did not see anything about it
yeah.
until part 3 came out, and then I never stopped seeing the Dio versus Jotaro Steam sale memes, you know, and you'd see a ton of memes with the Oro and all that. And that's when it really started picking up steam, I think, and then it started. Then I think the people started realizing how good the anime adaptation was, and then I remember it really kicked off during part 4. Was airing in the West was when it started really getting some steam. And then part 5 just like insane.
Blew it out of the water. Yeah.
The part 5 anime adaptation of JoJo really like sent it into like this, like, because the fucking Giorno's theme did numbers for the meme community.
Oh yeah.
And JoJo in general. I mean, how many people got into JoJo in general from
the memes?
From the Giorno's theme.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
it's like the what was the Undertale theme?
Megalovania.
Yeah,
it's up there with Megalovania in terms of like
iconic
meme
that
music.
of the anime community, right?
Because think of like iconic meme music that came out in the past 10 years. What have you got there? Like actual, like iconic, like super iconic. You've got Judas theme, Megalovania. There's probably some other that I'm forgetting.
Yeah, but I think there wasn't really an explosion of. Like JoJo never exploded. It just slowly crept up in popularity until you couldn't like stop.
It was inescapable.
Until it was inescapable.
Part 5 really helped. Since part 5 started airing, it really blew up. I feel like a noticeable change.
Yeah, in my opinion, part 5 is probably one of the only parts where it's actually better in the anime.
Yeah. Part 4, I think you can go either or.
Part 4 is either
3, 2, and 1, 100% the manga.
Yeah. I think part 3 was like dragged out too much in the anime.
And you can speed run it. In the manga, you can be like, all right, okay. Obviously, don't do that, but you can get through it at a good pace.
Yeah.
But the part 3 of the anime is very slow, which I think JoJo in general is better in manga. Also, because you have part 6 and 7, which are very good. Part 7 being especially notorious for being just amazing. Part 7 is...
Part 7's amazing.
Part 7 is where I feel like Araki really came into his own and finally made like the perfect JoJo part where there was no pacing issues.
Oh.
Yeah.
I feel like every part of JoJo had some kind of weird pacing at some point or another.
Every character was fun and like memorable. And
Yeah, like so for example, like part 3, it drags out a bunch. Part 2 is very short and sweet. You don't really get too much, but it's very nice, and that's why part 2 is really
I mean,
long.
Joseph's the only redeeming factor about part 2
Joseph
in a
is
lot
very
of ways, right?
The villain's boring.
Yeah.
Right. Part 1. I mean, it's notoriously it's quite boring. I won't lie.
Yeah.
It has a lot of charm as a JoJo fan.
But
I
at least
enjoy
it's short, right?
It's very short. You
short.
can read through it. Part 4, Kira, who is arguably one of the best villains in JoJo,
Yeah.
isn't there for the first half. So you kind of get a slice of life for the first part, which is fun, but it takes a while for it to kind of find its footing.
Yeah.
If you're not a fan of that kind of stuff, then
Yeah.
you can easily like fall off it.
Yeah.
And be like, why is this popular?
Yeah.
Why do people like this?
Part 5 is very solid. I think that Giorno is one of the weaker JoJo's. You know, Boots Rider really does carry. Part 5.
Yeah.
And then part 6, you know, it's good. It also has a bit of a controversial ending.
I really like it.
I like it, but some people don't like it. I can understand why people wouldn't like it. I feel that some parts of part 6 are a little weak, but part 7 is like from start to finish, banger. Every single character, banger. Like the villains, even like the side villains.
I mean,
are
it
amazing.
does have kind of the least memorable JoJo's though. Johnny.
I don't know. I feel like when
Johnny doesn't get good till like the last quarter, maybe.
Johnny comes into his own,
Yeah.
But I feel like Jono doesn't really come into his own.
No.
At any point.
No.
Sorry for going on a whole talk about JoJo.
Watch or read JoJo.
Just talk about JoJo.
JoJo fans being JoJo fans.
Exactly.
All right.
You need to read it because then you can experience part 7, which you should 100% read. It is amazing. No, you can't skip to it. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Because part 7 has so many references to previous parts. You'd be spoiling it. Read it all. It's amazing.